You didn't want me to ask you about this, and I'm not going to ask you what you thought I was going to ask you about. I'll put that needle in the skin later.
All right. That's fine.
But you told me, you know, you and your dad and your brother run Cornelia Car City, right?
Well, they run it, and I just more or less hang around.
You told me today that your brother Mike went to Florida and left you, what, 2 Jaguars?
Well, not exactly.
What kind of cars were they?
They were just cars.
No, give me the names of the cars.
They were Corvettes.
Corvettes. That's better than T-models.
No, those T-models are bringing the big price these days for big stuff, right?
He told you, said, brother, you can have either car you want. You took one and you ran out of gas.
That's right. Yeah.
I knew car dealers didn't furnish much gas in the tank, but I didn't know the sons got victimized sometimes.
Well, you see, when you run a car lot, you're always operating on such a low budget that you can't afford to put much in the car.
Tommy Sheriff, are you listening? Okay, so that's why you only get a half gallon when you buy a car.
So you always learn when you're going down a hill to coast a little way. And that way you can serve gas.
So what happens was you went uphill all day.
I went uphill though, and that's where the gas conservation stopped. Because it ran out right at the top.
How'd you get bailed out of it?
Well, I just happened to be lucky. Mama just happened along the road.
Did she have a full tank of gas?
No, but she had a can at the house.
That's great.
That's the problem though. We didn't have a funnel.
Paul has the funnel, he keeps one.
So I found a stick to push the gas. You know, they got a little flap that kind of flaps up to keep.
I don't know that much about a Corvette, no.
Any kind of car, you know, it's got the little hole you put the gas in. It's got a little flap that kind of flaps in underneath it. But we had to take a stick and push that flap down and then pour the gas from way up in the air and let it fall down in the hole.
So you lost half that gas.
That's right. Wasting money left and right.
That's what happens when you're in a car dealership.
That's right. It's expensive, expensive, expensive.
He's right tonight, didn't he? I ought to ask you that other question, but I'm going to stay away from it.
No, you ought to ask that question.
You going to sing for us?
Well, I reckon I won't have to.
By public demand.
No, my mom and daddy.
Well, sing for us, Mitch.
I'm going to do a song for you that I don't know if you've ever heard it before, but has anybody in this crowd ever heard of Roger Bowen? He visited this show a good many times. He was the co-author of some pretty big songs like Lucille and Coward of the County. Has anybody ever heard of those? All right. Well, he was the co-author on those, and this is a song that he wrote, and Billy Joe Spears recorded it, I believe. Isn't that right, Billy? And the name of it is Blanket on the Ground. Y'all a quiet bunch, ain't you? We ain't never tried this before. Come and look out through the window. That big old moon is shining down. Tell me now, don't it remind you of a blanket on the ground? Remember back when love first found us, and we'd go slipping out of town. spot down by